Hey, what's up, everybody? This is LB the Realist with Surrealistic Studios, where the realists are real. I appreciate you guys joining me on this video today. So I want to jump right into it here. I really didn't want to do this video. I wanted to do the video, but I didn't want to do the video. And the reason why I didn't want to do the video is just because it's so ugly of a video. And initially when I saw it, I didn't see it in its full entirety. I saw a clip of it, and I pretty much passed judgment on that, and I didn't really fool with it too much after that. This was a few days ago, I believe. But I actually saw the video, or another version of the video that's longer. So I saw more of an interaction of what happened between I believe it was an Uber driver, and a man named, I forgot his damn name. We're just calling Mr. Ortiz. All right, so let me just pull up Google here so I can just get the story up for you guys. That way I'll have all the details for you. But I'm going to go ahead and leave the video in the description below so you guys can check that out for yourselves. I'll just go ahead and Google Ortiz, Uber driver, New York. And I know it works because I already did it today. All right, first story that pops up. Trump supporter fired from job after video of him berating black Lyft driver. Okay, so it's a Lyft driver, not Uber. I got that confused. Okay, so we'll go here. We'll go to, we'll just go to Newsweek. And I'm just gonna read a little bit from the article here. Again, this happened on, let's see, when did it happen? I believe it happened on the 2nd or the 3rd of this month. It was really early on this month, and the video posted on the 6th, I believe. Okay, so don't quote me on those dates, but I believe that's what it is. So it starts off by saying a self-proclaimed supporter of President Donald Trump was fired from his job at City MD after a video of him berating his Lyft driver over an alleged disagreement over music went viral. Sean Pepas Letman, a driver for Lyft, posted a 16-minute video of the incident, and that's the whole 16-minute video that I watched, which occurred in New York City on Facebook. Letman began recording after the initial argument occurred. He had already pulled over on the side of the road. When the video began, the passenger, identified as Robert Ortiz, was sitting in the back seat with two other men as he spoke with an emergency dispatcher on the phone. Throughout the video, Ortiz stated that he was being charged $8.01 and had no plans of leaving the vehicle until the situation was resolved. I feel racially profiled because I'm not black, Ortiz told the dispatcher. I don't want to hang up with you for my safety. After a few minutes, the two other men in the car asked if Letman refused to change the music because they were gay. He knows he's fucked up, one of the passengers said in reference to Letman. I'm going to make sure while you're recording this that you never have a job as a Lyft driver ever again, Ortiz told Letman. I'm going to make sure that you never have a job as a fucking driver again, you piece of shit. Ortiz also called Lyft and claimed that Letman wouldn't acquiesce to his music request because he didn't appear to be black. I'm not being racist. Your gentleman is being racist, Ortiz told the person on the other end of the line. I came out of a gay club and your driver is racist against gay people. Ortiz repeatedly threatened Lyft with a lawsuit and said he would not get out of the vehicle until he was reimbursed for his ride. He added that he intended to wait for the police to arrive so he could file a report. I'm telling you that I called the police to protect myself because I know my legal rights as an American citizen that voted for Trump, Ortiz told the Lyft employee. After about 10 minutes, the conversation took a turn for the worse, and Ortiz began inserting the N-word and gay slurs into his comment while FaceTiming someone else. That is absolutely true. He FaceTimed his friend to tell her of the situation that was happening. And in telling her the situation, he referred to his Lyft driver as this nigga. This nigga pulled over. Okay, so just stick a pin in that and I'll be back to that point. Tell me why I'm in a fucking Lyft. Tell me why I'm in a Lyft and the nigga fucking pulled over. We're waiting for the police because this faggot charged me, Ortiz said. All that Black Lives Matter is bullshit. Fuck Black Lives Matter. Every life matters. Based on Ortiz's numerous phone calls, the confrontation began over his request for a change in the music Letman selected, which led to Letman pulling the car over. Ortiz repeatedly claimed that Letman was illegally recording him. However, New York is a one-party consent state, meaning only one person in a conversation needs to give consent to be recorded. Throughout the video, Letman simply stared straight ahead at the camera except for one comment. "Could I say one thing?" Letman asked Ortiz, and this is the only thing he said. "There's a sign right there that says you will be recorded." Following the incident, Lyft told Newsweek that both Ortiz and Letman's accounts had been deactivated until the investigation could be conducted. After a review of accounts from all sides, Lyft reactivated Letman's account and permanently disabled Ortiz's. Good. The behavior exhibited in the video is deeply concerning. Lyft is committed to maintaining an inclusive and welcoming community, and discriminatory behavior is unacceptable, Lyft stated. "We have also reached out to Mr. Letman to express our support. Viewers applauded Letman for remaining calm during the altercation, and he wrote on a GoFundMe page that his mother taught him that patience, humble, and calm will get you through anything. Kudos to you, brother, because a lot of people would not have been able to just sit there and not say a word for that long. I'll continue here. He said that after the recording ended, he also called the police to express his own concerns over what might have happened if he hadn't been assisted. "I know America is better than this, and despite the hate we have to deal with from a few, my heart tells me the world is mostly good," Letman wrote. Many Facebook users expressed their outrage over Ortiz's behavior, and since he described himself as an employee of City MD, asked about his employment. In several different responses to comments about the video, City MD explained that the company did not condone this kind of behavior in any way. City MD exists to build healthier and kinder communities, the company stated on Facebook. "This behavior does not represent the values of our team or the values we hold dear." City MD added that Ortiz was no longer affiliated with the company. And I just applaud that. I applaud that absolutely, because if you guys watch the video, and again, I'm going to leave the video in the description below so you guys can check it out for yourselves. I'm not going to ramble on too long on this one because honestly, I'm too emotional about it. And the reason why I'm emotional about it is because this man, Mr. Robert Ortiz, is from New York. Not only is he from New York, but he sounds as though he's a Latino. He sounds as though he could be a Puerto Rican. And you guys know, you guys have been following me for a while. You guys know that I'm half Puerto Rican. So I don't like to say that, I'm half Puerto Rican and I'm half black. I just say I'm Puerto Rican and I say I'm black because I recognize both parts of me as one equal in the same being. Yes, I am a Puerto Rican, but yes, I am also black. I don't get into the, I'm full or I'm half and this and that. No, because I understand that there is African DNA within the Puerto Rican genome. Within Puerto Rico, Puerto Ricans are Africans, Spaniards, and Taino Indians mixed up in one. That's a Puerto Rican. So it irks me and it kills my heart and my soul every time I hear a Puerto Rican or a Latino, especially from the islands, is a racist. When I hear him say that he feels racially discriminated against by this black Lyft driver, and then hang up the phone with the dispatcher or the people from Lyft, and then commence to call this Lyft driver a nigga, my God, I literally have no logical or kind words for this man right now. I'm entirely frustrated. He mentioned that he was a Trump supporter and that fuck Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. So it's funny to me that when he's on the phone with the people from Lyft, obviously the other person that's on the other side of the line called him a racist because he says, how am I being racist? And she didn't even, or the person that was on the other line, didn't even hear him call this gentleman a nigga. Second point I wanted to bring out is the fact that he's a nigga when he's on the phone with his friends or when he's off the phone, but when he's on the phone with Lyft or when he's on the phone with the dispatcher, all of a sudden he becomes a gentleman. Interesting. Very interesting. So there's two other people with him in the back seat with Mr. Robert Ortiz. At first, you can tell that they were on his side. They were giving the Lyft driver giving him a hard time, talking shit in the back seat, saying that he fucked up, saying that he's being petty because they just wanted music. Then they proceed to get out the car. Because 16 minutes into it, they're getting pretty sick of it themselves. By the end of the goddamn video, his own friends are telling him, look, man, just let him go. There's actual crimes happening right now. Let him go. And Mr. Ortiz refuses to let the situation go. And mind you, this is all over $8.01. $8.01. This is an $8 Lyft ride. And he's mad because the gentleman pulled over and started recording him. So he proceeds to call the police. He proceeds to say that he's in fear for his life and that he might have to protect himself, all while not leaving Mr. Letman's vehicle. But he's in fear for his life though, right? So he does all that, claims racial discrimination, then proceeds to call the Lyft driver a nigga. This nigga pulled over, this nigga. And it really bothers me because being black and being Puerto Rican, I don't have a problem generally with people using nigga when they're not being derogatory or trying to disparage somebody. Because I understand that nigga is just a term that we have used, you know, as a term of endearment throughout the years. We flipped it from nigger to nigga. We made it our own, and we're cool with that. Recently, I've decided, especially everything that's going on in the media with black people and Bill Cosby and all this propaganda, I'm going to stop using the word nigga so much. Out of respect for Bill Cosby and out of respect for myself and for my people, I don't want to put us down in any way, and I don't want to leave the door open for people to come in and start throwing slurs around simply because we use it as well. And I know that a lot of you are going to be like, no, fuck that, we still going to use it. I understand. I'm just saying I'm going to stop saying it so much, but it just hurts me being Puerto Rican and knowing that this guy is out here calling black men niggas like it's nothing. Because I've been noticing a trend lately, and I've heard some of my black commentators speak on this. You see, sometimes some Latin people, they get around black people and they start throwing around nigga and they start acting, you know what I'm saying, they start acting like they're really with the culture. And then as soon as they leave the black people and they go around their other Hispanic people that are not, you know, black, their mode changes completely. They start singing a different tune. You don't hear niggas so much. They start speaking Spanish, and it's a whole different, they turn into a whole different person. So we really have to check these people, especially Latinos and Latinas. We really have to check our brothers and sisters out there that are of Latin descent that do these things, because we can't be in an alliance and say, you know, Black Lives Matter and say that we stand with black people and then, you know, we're not racist and all that shit. And then we have people like this that claim Latino, that voted for Trump, that calls a Lyft driver a nigga and then proceeds to claim racial discrimination. We have to keep calling that shit out. So I implore all of you, all my Latinos, all my Latinas out there, if you see this dude or somebody like him, you check him. You make sure you let it be known that fuck that. We're Puerto Rican. We are part black. We're no longer going to separate ourselves from black culture and from the black plight. Because when it all comes down to it, Trump did us dirty just like anybody else. Trump did the whole country of Puerto Rico dirty. And we really found out what it's like to be on the receiving end. So we're so used to being, you know, legal citizens and coming over on planes, and we like to brag about that we get to come to the US, you know what I'm saying, and we're legal citizens already, but then we get done dirty just like they just did in Puerto Rico, where they don't give us government assistance. They give us shit about the money that we do need. So they say, oh, we have money already, so we should use that money during a time of natural disaster when thousands of people have lost their lives. My Puerto Rican people, my Latino people, my Latinas, this is not the time to separate yourselves from black people. This is the time to align yourselves with black people. This is the time to really rediscover yourselves and understand that our situations are not exactly the same. But when it all comes down to it, we have to stick together because there's only one enemy. It's us against them. It's the people without versus the people with. And it don't matter who the fuck you voted for. It don't matter who the fuck you throw your support behind. At the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about you. So again, I need my Latinos and my Latinas to have more respect for our black brothers and sisters out there. Because we, compared to black people as a whole, Puerto Ricans have it a lot, way easier. We have to acknowledge that. But we also have to acknowledge the fact that, yeah, there are some racist ass bitches out there that need to be checked. We can't continue to let these people go from group to group, from culture to culture, and just act like they're a part of the culture, and then they go back to their own culture like nothing while they fuck us over. That's not right. That's not cool. So this guy, Mr. Robert Ortiz, fuck you. I'm glad he lost his job. Oh, excuse me. I'm glad he lost his job. And black and brown people, we need to stick together. So we got to keep calling out this shit. We got to keep calling out this racism. All right. Like I said, I'm going to leave the video in the description so you guys can check it out for yourselves. It really pisses me off. I will have to watch it like 2-3 times just to fully grasp what was going on. But please watch the video. If you have 16 minutes extra, watch the video. I mean, even if you don't, I won't blame you because it's just really ugly. It's really ugly, but it really highlights some issues that I had to speak on, and the issues being the relationship between Latinos and black people. And also the fact that he's a gay man that called this Lyft driver a faggot. That's incredible to me. That's incredible to me. But he again wants to claim racial discrimination. So again, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video if you like, share it if you feel as though it's shareable, and I believe it is. And subscribe to me if you haven't before, so I can keep bringing you these videos. Find me on all social media: Instagram, Twitter, BitChute, Just Inform, all that jazz. I'm everywhere. Until next time, remember to love in your hearts, peace in your souls, and I catch you guys on the next one. Keep spreading that enlightenment, keep fighting. I'm out.